You know what I feel like would be really cool?
It's begun. Hey guys, welcome to the motherfucking podcast.
That was disgusting. She opened it with a burp.
No, that wasn't burp. That was a fucking cough, bitch.
Either way, it was disrespectful, and I feel like we should all take offense to it. Yes.
Oh my god.
Yes. Anyways, oh yeah. Hi, welcome back to our channel. I was just thinking it would be really cool if like we could all just have like a group FaceTime call and like everybody who tunes into our like channel, we could all just chit chat and talk. And I feel like that would be so cool. I just had that thought.
Isn't Lena the baddest bitch today? Give us a face tour real quick. Real quick face tour. Go ahead.
What? Let's get into the skin, the gloss, the brows, my clusters that I did myself, baby.
With the boobs boobing, the
boobs are boobing today. Okay. But
I'm on your ass. I'm glazing.
Us.
I just heard how that sounded.
Yeah, I'm glad you realized it because it made me so uncomfortable. I think I'm gonna have to file a report.
Bitch, ain't nobody give a fuck. I mean, no. When?
Oh wait, you don't care about making women uncomfortable? Oh, you don't give a fuck about women's rights? Oh,
that might be the first time I get canceled.
Crazy. That's so crazy. Interesting.
I can't pivot. I'm actually
interesting. Let me get my pen and paper. Let me just take a note of that real quick.
All right. Wow. If there's ever a queen to dress,
let me just take a note of that real quick.
You're
doesn't like women, black women, every woman. Okay.
You're a fucking federal agent.
Okay. Continue.
This is anti-black.
You were saying?
I've been silenced.
Right. Keep it that way. Thank you.
Oh, you like to silence black voices?
Oh, you can't turn it on me. I'm sorry. That's not how this fucking works. What? That is not how this works. I have my notes right here. Right here. Thank you.
These are actually notes on that. What the fuck?
I told you, bitch, I can prepare. You thought I was joking? I'm very slowly building my case, okay?
Ooh.
Right.
You came in today acting super fried. Okay.
I wouldn't say super fried. I would like to say maybe lightly boiled.
Oh my fucking god. Well, that was fucking ass. That was.
Yeah, like that one? You liked it? I know you liked it. Come on.
You're giving me an egg. Next.
Anyways. Well, since you are curious about what my list is, it was just things like, things I wanted for the house, planning, stuff like that. But we can carry on.
No, I interrupted your story earlier. You said that you were talking about something from work.
Yes, about essentially being pursued at work. I told you about it like prior even to like this pod, but how there was a guy that was at work that was just very adamant about kind of just talking to me about everything, and would tell people that he has a crush on me, and that would get back to me, and it was just a bit of an uncomfortable situation to be in all around. But I think that has been resolved. I don't say resolved, but like he's toned it down like a lot. So I think we're out of that weird area, and I can just go to work without being concerned about him seeking me out all the time. So there's that. And also about how I work, I won't say I work at a school, but I go to a school for work a lot. And I was told by one of the teachers there that I've been checked out by the men there, like the male teachers or staff or whoever the fuck is there. And I don't interact with any of these people, like any of the men there at all, ever. So I was just confused on how they even look like how, first of all, how do they look like? And how do they know what I look like if I don't know what they look like? And I'm barely like, the time that I'm in that school is like bare minimum. Like I'm literally there just in and out. I barely even go in. I'll be at the door. So yeah, I
What
was
I was
just
saying
concerned.
was, this is like, I gotta stop saying that. New Year's resolution. Men are fucking scary as fuck. Like they're actually, like, I love men. I'm a men's rights activist.
Are you now? That's news to me. That is definitely news to me. You see how she paused?
No, they didn't actually. They actually didn't. I was letting you speak, bitch. Why you gagging me
No.
today? University of Gaggington?
Yo, shut up. No, but men are very scary. I signed up for this thing on one of the rideshare apps where like it'll match me with women more often, or like try to match me to women more than men.
I don't trust
Um,
women either because those bitches will traffic you as well. I'm an equal up.
I completely do understand that, but it's a bit less unnerving, which maybe that's even concerning because maybe if I'm already a little bit more relaxed, it makes it me easier to target or whatever because it's
have a complimentary drink, head ass. Have a
no,
complimentary.
we don't do that over here. We don't do that over here. No, thank you. No, ma'am. No,
Have
ma'am.
you heard of Brianna Cosby? Yeah. You don't
No.
always have to be Bill for you to get a little mill. Fuck. What the fuck? I'm off of my game today.
I wouldn't say that. No. No. I maybe you're off. Yeah, we could say that. You're off. Maybe a couple screws loosened up in there.
I'm kind of sad at the state of my edges right now because when
I have an edge control that I think you would love.
why do I have to have edge control? I never said I wanted to control them. I'm not that kind of girl.
Whoa. I'm just saying, I'm just putting it out there. If you
Mm.
wanted to do your edges, I have something for that. Are you saying the state of your edges? Let me just let you continue. Before I get called anti-black. Before I get called anti-black, please continue. Black,
You said
speak,
Becky
black woman,
with the
speak.
good hair, right? Becky with the good hair.
Speak, black woman, speak.
Huh?
I'm holding space for you.
Right. Speak, bitch. Go ahead. Speak. Go ahead and dance for us. Like, how different are you from the powers that be? And I eat ass like a cheesecake.
What? All right.
I'm not pivoting. I'm not pivoting. There's no pivoting here. I'm standing on all the business.
Oh wow.
Guys, y'all don't know. We've done a cut already. Today we've really been on our podcast shit. We've really been on our might I say Dean? It's a new thing I'm trying. Yeah.
You've done a lot of new things lately. Hmm.
Wow, you really like to use the tools of shame, huh?
I feel like they're working. Yeah.
Well, that might be what you mixed with a little bit, huh? You look a little exotic. I don't know what I'm getting desperate. You're putting me in a corner. I have to defend myself. I'm pulling shit out of nowhere.
Like, what? What did that have to do with anything?
You see, this is why you have to elevate yourself spiritually, guys.
You're so stupid.
You're gonna start acting like a fucking animal. On my end of things, like honestly, it's been. I'm realizing that I'm getting to the point where I'm too old to be in college. Like I'm in college right now. If you're wondering why the setup is looking like the setup, first of all, the setup is eating. Look at my mushroom.
Right.
You like my mushroom?
I do like it. I love, what Saturdays for the boy. Love that. Would you like to tell them the story of how you acquired such a thing?
Not gonna lie, I don't remember. Do you?
I remember being told a very frantic, chaotic story about how you and your friends went on a thieving spree at these frat parties.
Oh, you're talking about the Saturdays for the boys? I thought you were talking about I wish more people were fluent in silence.
No, I'm talking about the Saturdays for the boys.
A lot of people think that this means like shut the fuck up, but it actually means like the more you silence you allow in, the better you're able to hear others' truths. Like people will say stuff, you
Mm.
gotta listen. And I eat ass like a cheesecake.
It was going so well.
No, I was fighting not saying it. I'm like, I don't have to. And then I did. And I was like, fuck. No, okay. Saturday, this motherfucking flag has blood on it, actually. I haven't watched
Acquired through
a
blood,
blood of
sweat,
the frat
and
boy.
tears.
Wait, what do you say?
I said it was acquired through blood, sweat, and tears.
So when I first got to this particular college, I was a transfer. And so is my roommate. She's lovely. She's lovely. She's this lovely white lady. And so I've never, other than the military, I'd never really resided in the same home as a white person before. So this is my first time. I'm like, you know, you're popping my cherry, right? And then she's like, all right. She has had a lot of let's say diverse friends. They're all really diverse, actually. So we had this habit of like Thursdays, wine nights. And then Friday night, pregame. Saturday, hangover recovery. Sunday, real hangover recovery. Because Saturday, you got to drink a little bit as well. So that was our routine. We were doing that like every other weekend. Like living the real college experience. And one thing I realized is we had a friend group, two Brazilians, twins, a Colombian man, half Irish, half Latin, but you know, she's really Caucasian for real. She's Irish. And then our lovely honorary white woman. And a Pakistani lady and me. So look how diverse we got every single fucking continent in that bitch, other than Asia. No, it wasn't really. Pakistani isn't really Asian.
Well, technically it is, right?
Nah, we should have gotten some Korean shorty to really, you know, make it look hefty, and an Arab. But
to look like those college like welcome pamphlets, yeah.
Type shit. So this habit was that every frat house we'd go to, someone left with something. I mean, souvenirs can go from a Harley jacket, a high-end jacket, to flags, to people's plans. And it became this thing. We start to realize quickly.
Yeah, the thing was it was kleptomania. That was the thing. Let's be clear. Let us be clear what the thing was. The thing was thieving.
I'm trying to spin it well. These are my friends, and I love them dearly. Obviously, they've long graduated. I'm the old head who's still. I'm big bro, really, in college. So, there was one time like we'd get drunk and then we'd create heists, and then we'd have to escape from the house. Now, mind you, blasted. These times we've ran. Some people have heels running down the street. I'm like, I'm not a thief. Lena can tell you. I do not have the nerves to steal.
She does not have the nerve to steal, to lie. You would think it would make her a good person, but it
No, the way they clock me.
Oh no. Oh my god.
No, I wouldn't say I'm necessarily a good person. I wouldn't even say I'm necessarily nice. I'm kind. I don't have any business being nice. Nice for what? Isn't that a song? Nice for what?
You're not nice. You're rude, as Party Next Door would say.
Here's another song. This, if I'm squinting a lot, this light is in my eyes, but it's either this or I'm in the fucking dark. So it has to happen. The eternal fight for lighting on this podcast is a struggle you guys will never understand.
No, quite literally. You have no idea. The lamps that I've had to unscrew it. We won't even get into it. We won't even get into it right now.
So she was eyeing this flag, right? My roommate. The only pure white lady in this friend group. And you'd think that would be a privilege. It worked at a disadvantage. Anything she would say, I'm like, did you just say dance like a dance?
And knowing who she's talking about, like I could just imagine the stuttering and her red face, because like she did not want to be put on the spot like that.
But after we were friends for a while, there was one time I got in her car and she was playing Ebony and Ivory, and I said,
wow. See, after a certain point, like, oh, is it because I'm black? Thing doesn't work for her anymore. But when it worked, it was golden.
Bro, she became immune. She actually started to rebuttal. I was like,
hey.
I've never felt discrimination before, but I'm getting close. I'm like, what do you mean you're standing up for yourself? What the hell does it look like?
Right.
What the hell, brother? I'm like, she can't even give me reparations for real because her ancestors were nowhere near Kenya. So
crazy.
Anyway, so she was she was scoping that out, right? And she's like, I need you to talk to this dude. So we see some frat boys. You know, sometimes frat boys, they have how do I say this? Diverse tastes. Okay. And she realized this particular gentleman was into whatever chocolate I was having, he wanted a little bite.
Wow. Okay, he wanted a bite.
Yeah, okay. He want a little shakuchi board. Wait.
Shakushi board. I had to replay that in my mind to see if I heard that right. A shakuchi board.
Yeah. Come on. And I was looking at, bro, Nyash was nyashing to the point I caught myself walking down the hallway in the mirror, and I looked at my own ass like it wasn't mine. I said, huh? It was someone else. The first thing was to look this way. Right. The mirror was over here. I was like, whose ass was that? No one was there but me.
Oh, that was so inspirational. Oh my god, I'm gonna cry. I'm actually crying right now. That was crazy.
Ass so fat, it's foreign. I'm like, whose ass was that? It was mine. That's the biggest fucking flex. Like, when you see your own eyes, you're like, well, lucky, oh my god, her ass is fat.
Type shit.
Bro, I'm gonna become a god. Like that's like I'm 2 lifetimes away from becoming a god. So you know, at least this will be immortalized online, and then people can be like, oh my god, she, as it was written, the fortune, the price.
In the ancient text, like it was prophesized.
Why are you laughing like it's a joke?
Oh.
Yo, this is my first beer. We're literally just laughing off of pure tiredness, and I'm really that nigga. So, and she's laughing. She thinks I'm being delusional. I know what's going on in her head. She's like, oh my god, it's sad because she actually believes it. That's what you're saying in your head.
I'm actually about to cry. Like, no bullshit. Like, this bitch is crazy. Love her down.
All I'm saying is, when you know, like those Aztec empires, they're like, oh my god, whose temple was this? Just saying, whatever, doesn't matter. But at least I said it. Anyway.
Okay. Right. Editor, can we edit that out, please? Please
edit that out. Fuck, we gotta figure out how to fucking edit that.
No, it's not funny anymore. Show's fucking over. Like,
no, actually, please, we need an editor, please.
You see the tears coming out of my eyes. Like, I'm not even fucking playing no more.
So she's scoping that out. That shit was nailed to the fucking wall. Right. So she had to yank that bitch. Now think about it like a small, like a living room, a small living room. People stacked in there, people talking, people laid up on the couch, da 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 da. So now me and old boy are kind of a little like 2 feet away from the entrance into the living room. It's kind of like a foyer between the hallway and the kitchen and the living room. So then she's sitting on the couch and then she's like, I'll give you the signal. And the signal was she'll get up on the couch, yank that bitch. One of her friends will open the fucking door and she's going to sprint out to the parking lot.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah. Ocean's Trace, because it was a 3-man.
And I could assure the audience here that shit was not done with any type of coup. Like, it was not stealthy. It was not well thought out. It was out of pure luck that they were able to escape with this flag. I hope you guys are well aware of this.
So then we would like, it was honestly like piracy, because then the next day everyone would compare their trinkets, and whoever had the biggest lick, like you get the crown, like you get the clout. You're like, yo, all hail X, Y, and Z. So she's like, this is gonna get us up, like, because we're all pairs of roommates. So the person who had a roommate outside of the friend group was the half Irish, half Latin girl, and her roommates were just insane people back to back to back. I gotta tell you this shit offline. These people to this day we still talk about them like, wow, I've never met this species of human being. They actually have to be this. We're Homo sapiens, they're Homo something else. Because what? The way they would move, like, I'm like, where do you get these people from? They're not your friends. Like, where are you getting them from? Because they're recommendations. It's not random selection.
Right.
Where do you find this species at? She has, to this day, she's been gagged. So I start talking to the guy, chatting to the guy. I'm like, I'm talking lit. I'm talking lit, like standing planted with 2 feet on the ground was a feat. The fact that I stand upright was a feat. So I'm leaning against the wall, right? And then obviously my boobies be doing that. So then I'm like, yeah, and I'm like, and then he's like, man, they all talk about themselves. I'm like, oh, so you said you're, and then he's like, don't remember. I didn't even remember that fucking guy's face. If I saw him down the street, I don't know that man. I really don't. That nigga for like 30 minutes. On and off, not the whole time. And then sitting on the couch, some dude is trying to talk to her, but I know when she's focused, she's like she's so mischievous. She's a mischievous lady.
You can see it on her face, like she's plotting.
I'm like, oh my god, girl. Bro, if anyone knew what you were doing, if anyone didn't know what you were doing, they knew what you were doing now. And then she gives me the signal. There's 7 people on that couch. She's the only one who gets up, stands on that couch, grabs this flag, yanks it, because she's strong as shit. Yanks that fucking bitch off the wall and jumps off the couch and runs. Now the guy, I'm not associated with her. So I'm still talking to him, and now I'm chatting. The moment I saw her get up, I'm like getting more engaged. I'm like, yeah, da, 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 da. And then someone says, hey, and then he turns around and I said, wait a minute, I'm talking to you. Like, we're right here, baby. What's going on?
Bitch.
I learned from the best. Lena's my mentor.
Oh my god.
So I'm like, we're right here. Like, what's going on? And then he's like trying to like, he's clearly concerned about whatever commotion is happening behind us. Well, behind him, because he's facing, I'm the one looking at the living room. He's the one looking at me into the kitchen. So he's trying to turn around. I'm like, come on. And then he's like, oh, okay, yeah. Let's finish our conversation. And he sees this fucking lady dash the fuck out. And he's like, yo. And he's like, no. Like, I'm going to talk to you later. Stay right here. And I'm like, I'm not going to say okay. I'm gone as well. I'm just going through the back door. I don't know. These black. You think a black and white lady running down the street? How the fuck is that going to work for me? No, I know my place. I'll run out through the back door and then just walk around.
Right. Right.
Walk to the parking lot because I'm not a fugitive. I didn't do anything.
Right.
So he's dipping, and then he's like, "Yo, fucking get that bitch!" It's like yelling in the street, and then these frat boys are trying to come out. Shorty's already gone. Not even sure how she did it, and to this day,
Very well played.
she has no fucking idea how she did it. I was like, "How? There's no. It's half a mile away. You didn't just unless you were Usain fucking Bolt, and I didn't fucking know. There's no way you just hit a 30-second half mile dash." So where the fuck did you go? Because I went to go look for myself. Like, what's happening? I'm like, oh my, wait, actually, where is she? Oh my god, did she jump in a bush? Like,
Probably like she probably hid somewhere.
She's literally special forces material. I did not see it. This is a Caucasian lady with a pink strawberry top, completely camoed into the fucking bushes. Couldn't see this bitch at all. I was like,
oh my god.
I'm like, oh my god. I'm like, first of all, she's so recruited after this. Like, she gotta go for a little test. So then, we end up rendezvousing. So the guy who was like at the door, making sure the door is open when she was there, he was already like, he was outside. He was with his girl, like one of our friends in the friend group. So then that's 2 people. So that's 3 people already outside. Then now we gotta wrangle the other 2, the twins and the Pakistani girl. Now, this girl from Pakistan, she's amazing. I love her to death. She's sober. She doesn't drink. So she's going to be very easy to find. If I find her, I can find these 2 people. The most belligerent one is these twins is a male twin and a female twin. The male one,
love him down.
That's my
bitch. That is my bitch.
First of all, if there's ever a man I would really marry like that, is that man. I've literally proposed to him multiple times when I'm late, and then he's like, I'm like, I actually love you. Don't do this.
No, because he has held it down when we were all belligerent, just like off, just down and out. That man is held it down. And he also was down and out and still held it down. That is a man. That is a man.
He is a real man. He's a real man. I think that makes him the realest man, actually.
Right.
But when we get 200 subscribers, I'm going to release the video of showing proof of this man, Lena, being belligerent before a concert. We're going to post it it's going to be premiered on the page. So
y'all heard it here first.
She's good. She hates it.
Absolutely. If I listen, before that even happens, I'm going to find a way to get that bitch's phone and delete the footage. Like, that can never hit the masses. I hope y'all understand.
Lena, after knowing me for all these years, I love how you always think that like you like you just did some new shit. You know that shit is downloaded into the hard drive of my computer, right? Yeah.
The fact that you knew in the moment of taking that video that it would need to be downloaded into a hard drive into your computer shows malintent. And I am suing.
No, it's actually my phone was having like, you know, that the whole iPhone thing of like there's not enough storage. So then I'm like, I'm just gonna take all the favorites and like physically download them individually because it's only like 100 of them. That's one of those videos. So congratulations. The universe saw you coming from a fucking light year away, bitch. You really
that is crazy. Wow.
Stay gagged, bitch. Stay gagged. Anywho's up. So we collect the rest of the party. We go through the back door, and then we end up rendezvousing in the parking lot. Somehow, some way, the worst part about all these places, all these times that things have been taken, 80% of them are on video.
Yes, actually. And I was there like to see some of those videos, and like to hear them is like one thing, but then to like watch actual video footage evidence is another. Like, It's insane. No, they're fucking insane. I want that to be clear. They're insane.
No, we're not insane. We're not insane. We're just no one would believe us. Like half the shit that's happened, you really wouldn't believe until you saw the video. And then you're like, oh, oh, oh. Some of us have jobs to keep. A lot of them, they never asked for this. We're the ones doing the podcast. Those videos get released. A lot of questions will be being asked, and no one needs those questions asked. You know, sometimes college should not be recorded. It should be a memory. But sometimes
it should just be a memory. Like you guys did not want it to leave it a memory. I'm so glad there's actual hard evidence.
I'm not gonna lie.
Kids ask about, oh, how was my mom when she was in college? I know you guys knew each other for so long. I'll show them exactly what type of timing you were on.
Yeah, I flash people as a thank you. I'm like, my boobs are a gift. Would you like some? And they're like, oh, thank you. Those are nice. I'm like, thank you. No touchies. I love hanging around gay men when I'm intoxicated. They're just like the safest people on earth. Like, if you're lost, find a gay man. That man will help you and then also console you. Oh my God. Should I get a lavender marriage?
I think you'd be a fit candidate, yeah.
I think it would work. It's a nitty gritty, and then I'm like, I just want to smoke.
And then when he rejects you, better not get what hurt.
You know, I'm literally gonna get unreasonably angry.
Right. Natural reaction.
I learned something new in class. Let me finish the story. But so we rendezvous in the parking lot, and then we all of our booty, like pirates, all that shit that we just looted. We compare it in the dorms the next day when we can remember it. I'm like, we woke up with the whole lawn chair, and we're like, where did this come from? There's nowhere on campus that has that chair, even outside. Where did this come from? Where did this chair come from? And it's heavy. It's not like an easy lift. So a lot of some of the loot, we don't know where it's from. And then we look at the video footage and we're like, oh my God. We have to return this.
Some crazy shit, man. That's some crazy shit.
But I was learning about first of all, Hercules, are you petting your cat?
I'm petting Sky because she's going crazy right now. I keep having to like mute myself so that you can't hear her crying, but she's just being Sky.
Guys, if you're ever looking for a dog that knows Spanish, I do know somewhere you can get one. So please, she's free for adoption. Super unrelated. What's Sky's breed?
We don't know. We have no idea what she is.
Yeah.
But she's so pretty. You're so pretty, Sky. Even when you're acting all crazy. You like that? You like that?
Okay.
But I'm gonna stop so you can hear her cry.
No, please don't. Please don't. I've heard her cry way too much. Thank you for that. Thank you for that. Turn off your fucking microphones, ma'am. Can we mute her? Hey, chat, mute her. Hey, hey, mods.
Come here. Relax. Chill out.
The people, Sky. She better not tweak out.
Bro, she does not know how to do it. She does not know how to not tweak out. You're asking her not to tweak out? Who the fuck do you think you're talking to? What kind of fucking question is that? Do you know who this is? But yes, if you guys want to see Sky, this is her. Fucking yeah.
Bot. Sky's a bot.
Bro, the minute I stop petting her, she's gonna bro.
Sky, you see, this is why you don't give gritty bitches a spotlight.
Nigga.
No, if you give Sky a fucking centimeter, she will take a mile.
Take 3 miles at that.
But I was learning about Hercules in my Greek mythology class today. First of all, I love this instructor. It's one of my most favorite courses. I listen to his lectures for fun. Like, he's such an engaging teacher.
Right.
But he was talking. So actually, Hercules was initially called Heracles because Hera like was part of his she kind of made him. She
Yeah.
cursed him, so then
Right.
he had to like cleanse himself by doing all these like crazy feats and these crazy deeds to like you know be a man who's fit to go back into society because he like killed his like his music instructor and then like his shorty and then all his kids and then they're like, dude, you gotta make that shit up. Like you gotta do some possible shit.
Right.
But he's known for wearing this like lion skin. And then they're like, do you know why he wears this lion skin? I'm like, oh, I got a lot of lion motifs. I want to hear this. He's like, usually it's like this is the embodiment. This is like the spirit, not their spirit animal, but the embodiment of their own spirit, like the kind of them being something else other than themselves.
Mm-hmm.
Like a lion usually exhibits a lot of power, but a lot of like irrational anger. And I'm like,
Mm. Clock that. Clock that.
I said, well, that's not the glaze I was hoping for.
Ate you up.
Ate me the fuck up, actually. I was like, yeah, they're like, lines are quite irrational. They're like, have you ever heard when someone's trying to negotiate someone, they're like, you might as well negotiate with the lion? It's like, the lion's still gonna fucking eat you. They've already decided. When they rolled up on you, they would eat you anyway.
Wait, are we talking about a lion or are we talking about Jolly? I got lost.
Not too much, I mean, not game. No, for real, though.
I'm gagged.
But what animal would you be?
I don't know. I don't know. What I think a better question to ask you what animal you think I would be.
You don't have any in mind? I already know I got lion motifs. I'd be bugging. I think you have a lot of stealth. And I think that's very like annotated. It's annotated the most in your year. You're a snake year, and a lot of people think being a snake is a bad thing.
I was thinking that. I was literally thinking that, but then I was also thinking like, so like I'm a snake ass bitch. Like there's a lot of negative connotations.
Literally, yeah, but not in a negative way. You're thinking about it negatively.
Right. But like, yeah, I get what you mean. Yeah.
You have finesse. You don't have couth. Let's not do all that. But
wait. Hold on.
Well, didn't you do some stuff? And I said,
okay, all right. That's
not even enough to have an opinion. Enough to just go, And then there's no way I'm gonna act like that's not normal. So I also I'm like, yeah, we be doing that.
Yeah, you right for me. That's what I'm talking about.
So now I'm trying to spin a tail off the top of my head. I'm like, yeah, and then what, bitch? I'm like, am I gonna stand on this business? I have no, I have no zip code of the business that we're standing on.
No, but I think I can relate to that a bit. Definitely a lot of characteristics, especially like shedding skin. I feel like I go through a lot of like rediscovering myself, and I commit to that, and I'm constantly evolving and changing. So yes, I think a snake and a lion, very, very accurate.
I think there's also an air of like mystery and allure to you. People meet you. Like if you're stupid enough to take, if they're stupid enough to take you at face value, they're not intelligent. I feel like a mark of the intelligent people that we've met in our life who really realize that. So let's run it like this. A lot of people when they meet me, they're like, oh, like I'm blunt. I'm not like, oh, I'm not gonna be up in your face. I'm just gonna be like, what do you mean by that? Like, and then when they're like, oh, you know what I mean? I'm like, no, I don't. I'm very disagreeable. I'm not very agreeable at all, which you are. But then I'm quite like soft, like I'm very sensitive and stuff like that. So people think me being blunt and being straightforward is like being hard. Like, oh, you're trying to be fake hard. I am not hard, mister. I'm not a gangster.
She's just a big old softy bear. She's just a big teddy bear.
That's
And
not
you
what.
wouldn't think it because again, like her demeanor could be like if you would think she's just raw, but she's not. She's a very softie. She's a big softie.
And then Lena is like, she presents as this like, oh, she's such a sweet cutie pie. Oh my god, she wouldn't hurt a fly. I'm like, oh my god, when that bitch bites you, ooh, you're gonna be cooked. But she's not gonna bite. She's not. She's not gonna bite you. At the time you see it least coming, that's when it's gonna fucking swipe you the fuck out. And
Right.
it's gonna be once, and it's gonna be quick. You're gonna be like, ooh, what was that?
In that order, exactly.
Ah, my leg kind of hurts.
Right.
So that's
And I
what I'm
think
saying.
I think even like I even hate that I'm mentioning my old roommate, like in where remember the town I used to live in? That roommate that I had. I remember them saying kind of like attesting to like our characteristics about how like, you on the inside, you're very like you're a big softie, but you present as like kind of hard. And then for me, it's I present as a softie, but on the inside, I'm actually like I have a lot of walls put up. Actually, it's very hard to penetrate any close anything. Like it'll take a while. So I don't know, but it's interesting like how we are vastly different in like those kind of dynamics, yet we work so well together. And
I
it's so
think it's the yin and yang, like in a very literal sense, like the little white dot in one and the little black dot in the other. Like we
mm-hmm.
are so different. A lot of people ask like I remember one time years ago I posted like, yo, I don't post happy birthday to anybody. I'll text you personally. I said, happy birthday to my best friend. They're like, Leon's your best friend?
Right.
We've been best friends for 3 years, going on 4 at this time. They're like, you guys just, I didn't see that coming. I said, how you don't know what possessed you to come here and open your mouth and give me your opinion. Well,
You know
love you.
what's so funny? Because I feel like I remember that birthday post because even that same birthday post, people are coming to me surprised that you were saying even like that I was your best friend. I was like, what is there to be confused about? Why y'all bitches mad? Like I'm so confused.
I was like, why bitches in our business like this? I'm like,
Right.
what exactly, what sequences of thoughts brought you here in front of my face? Please fuck off.
And I'm asking nicely now. Please.
Yeah, I said, please. I said, I never, sorry, I didn't realize you were paying my bills or eating my coochie. Yeah, if you are doing any of those two things, at least both, then I can tell you I do something.
But maybe that can attest to things that are not posted so publicly. Like, trying to think here, like, I like the idea of like not being so like in everybody's face about our relationship, or even like relationships in general, because I feel like that kind of keeps the sanctity of it like to ourselves. So I
I
like.
think, no, you're right. Sorry, continue.
No, that's it. That's it.
Because I was thinking, like, first of all, a lot of people have a lot of audacity, but that was the last birthday post I've ever posted on my Snapchat. From then, it's your birthday. I'll send you a nice handshake. Maybe send you a little something, something. Honestly, the only person I've sent a little something, something on their birthday is Nazaris. I just fuck with her so heavy. That's my second time mentioning her because I fuck with her.
No, actually,
I
leaving
love
her.
this.
If only she knew the impact that she has on your life now.
As a human being, like her soul shines very bright. Which
Right.
I rarely like people. So when I really like you, I have to pay attention. Like there's really something about you that I like. Like that Dominican girl, I'm like, I really like you. Not sure why. She's good shit though.
Right.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know how it works. Actually, no, I do know how it works, because we talk about it all the time, but it works, and I'm glad that I don't want to sound like I like your.
Going.
I don't want to sound like I fuck with the girl or nothing, but like I'm glad that we're friends or whatever. I like that you're in my life or whatever. Whatever. But,
Yo, Shorty.
see, this is why I don't even like doing these things. Like she takes it too fucking far.
Oh, yo, Shorty.
Bro,
like,
she's about to make it gay. Stop. Stop.
Nah.
Hey, I'm actually like turning away from the camera. Like I'm really trying to escape. Please make it stop.
Okay. Shit. Damn, this is what I get for trying to accept your compliment.
Oh, I almost fucking threw up. That was disgusting.
That was anti-black. That you reacting like that is actually
no, whatever
anti-black.
the fuck that was, I don't want it. I'm actually anti whatever the fuck that was. Let's be clear. Let's be clear.
Love? Are you sure you're not homophobic?
I think I'm Dahlia-phobic.
One thing I've noticed about people is that they use me as a fucking verb and an adjective. When did my name not become a noun? Like I someone did something like that's some Dahlia shit. What are you talking about?
I think you should take that as a compliment because you're now larger than life. You are actually like you've exceeded the boundaries.
No, because y'all don't really. Oh my god! I really hope I hope her shit didn't die. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh no. We're gonna give her a chance to recover, y'all. Sorry,
No.
embarrassing.
What happened?
Sorry, guys, embarrassing.
Wait, what's wrong?
Bitch, you froze, and that's because God smited your ass because you were about to say some so nasty ass shit about me, bitch.
And I
Don't play
was.
about me.
And I was.
And that's why you got smited, weren't you?
Right. I think
this is
that
why
might be
I'm getting my own temple. Like you don't know. Y'all niggas don't get it. Beep that shit.
Deep how delusional. Deep how delusional she sounds. Let's deep that.
Let me tell you one thing. When all y'all's ancestors are over here being like, yeah, let me go pray to, the temple of Dahlia, y'all gonna be looking really fucking goofy, but that's just me though.
All right. Okay.
I hope they keep the likeliness. I want the lips, I want the nose, I want the eyes, I want the cheekbones, I want the actually just won't. Just do it.
Want it all.
Do the ass as well. Don't do me laying down. Should I pose for it? I'll pose for it later.
All
No,
right, guys. I think this will wrap up our episode for today. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. I love catching up with this bitch sometimes, every now and again, or whatever. But more than that, I just love sharing with you guys. And I'm starting to get a little bit more comfortable with it with every pod. So I don't know. Stick around and see. Stick around and see what happens. What we talk about.
Or we might give you guys a kiss. I don't know.
Just really the smooch. I don't know. But if consent, if you want it, if you like it, right? Gotta put that out there.
And no one can see my reaction.
No. I hope they caught that. I hope she does about consent. Okay, bye guys.
Wait, what did you just say?
Bye.